SummerSlam is officially in the books. Night 2 of SummerSlam just wrapped up, and it had pretty big shoes to fill coming off of what was an amazing Night 1 of SummerSlam, and I think it filled them pretty dang good. We had an amazing bomb drop right from the very get go. We're going to get into all the matches in a little bit, but the night started with a bombshell and it ended with an absolutely beautiful story that they told in the ring between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So if you are a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. We're not wasting too much time in this one. We're jumping right into the first match, which I was already excited for. It was Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor for the Undisputed Championship #1 contendership match. Again, a match that I was already excited for. And after Finn and Sami make their entrances, Nick Aldis comes out onto the stage and announces that he is adding Gunther into the match to make it a triple threat. And just when you thought that that was a big enough bombshell, Nick Aldis says that he's adding another one to make it a fatal four-way. That other guy that's added is Kevin frickin' Owens. This was big for me personally. My 1A and B is Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. And the fact that we saw Randy return on night 1 of SummerSlam, we saw Kevin Owens return on night 2 of SummerSlam, my two all-time favorites are officially back. So personally, I was through the roof already. And I kind of liked the fact how we started with the match, Kevin Owens jumped right in and looked like he didn't miss a single beat. And Sami just kind of stood in the corner and was just shocked. And I actually kind of liked that because, again, the story that Sami's been on and, trying to get the justice for Sami and for it to be Kevin Owens to enter in this match, I think it was brilliant having Sami just kind of stand there in the corner looking stunned. Then we did get a nice moment between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, a little hug, little embrace, and then they went at it. And I talked about how Kevin Owens looked like he didn't miss a beat. Kevin Owens looked like he didn't miss a single beat. Beautiful swantons, one to the outside, one to the inside of the ring. Gorgeous stuff from Kevin Owens. Finn Balor also looked extremely good in this match. And he was even getting a lot of good offense in on Gunther. And then it looked like Finn Balor was actually going to win the thing, hitting a coup de grace on both Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, only for there to be a 2.999999 repeating kickout. Then Kevin Owens starts stunning people left, right, and center. Sami Zayn comes in, hits him with a blue thunder bomb. But Kevin Owens gets up, hits one more stunner on Sami Zayn. 1, 2, 3, ball game, and your new #1 contender for the Undisputed Championship is Kevin Owens. And I don't know about you, but I am already over the moon for what we could get between CM Punk and Kevin Owens. Again, I was already super excited for just Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. But then the surprises just kept coming with Gunther being added and then Kevin Owens being added. This was a fantastic way to start night 2 because right off the bat, you got two massive surprises, a massive return in the mix, and night 2 was off and running. Moving on to Baron Corbin beating Trick Williams for the United States Championship. In this match, honestly, I was kind of confused on where it was going to go heading into it because I didn't necessarily know what WWE had in store for Baron Corbin, considering he gets put into a title match immediately after he gets back into the company. And it was a fast start from Trick Williams, and Trick looked fantastic throughout the entire course of this match. And Baron Corbin also looked very, very good too. That deep six that he hit on Trick Williams on the outside of the ring was nasty. Then it was Baron Corbin who kind of took over a little bit, and I wouldn't necessarily say that he was dominating Trick at this point, but it was very close to it. Like, he was definitely getting the better of Trick Williams. And because of that, that led to Lil Yachty getting involved. And he tried his best against Baron Corbin, getting the kendo stick out and trying his best with Baron Corbin. Didn't really work. Lil Yachty ends up getting put through a table, which distracts Trick Williams, which gives Baron Corbin the opportunity to hit Trick Williams with an end of days 1, 2, 3. And Baron Corbin is your new United States champion. I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of the results simply because I just don't know what they could do with Baron Corbin as the United States champion, but I am also extremely excited to see just what they have in store next for Trick Williams. Because obviously, you would assume that Trick is going to move on to bigger and better things, and now that we are starting to get into Money in the Bank season, I think Trick Williams would make an excellent Money in the Bank winner. So, right off the bat, you had the massive return of Kevin Owens, you had the twist of the Sami Finn match being moved into a fatal four-way. Then you had the big twist of the night right off the bat, pretty much, with Baron Corbin beating Trick Williams. Moving on to the interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match, where we saw Charlotte Flair taking on Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, Jade Cargill, and Lash Legend. Right off the bat, I loved that we saw Charlotte and Jade start brawling on the outside of the ring, wasting zero time getting into it. Something that I kind of thought was going to happen. We were going to see more of the Jade versus Charlotte, considering that was the match that was rumored to be taking place at SummerSlam. Lash Legend looked really, really good early on, taking out both Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton, and Lash Legend looked really good throughout this entire match. She has looked good in both the Royal Rumble and now this ladder match. We see Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton team up a little bit, and then we get maybe a little bit of a tease between Jade Cargill and Lash Legend, a feud that I would actually be on board to see. We had some pretty nasty ladder spots throughout this match as well, Tiffany Stratton getting bounced from Lash Legend, and then the sentimental favorite to win this match, the underdog in this match, Chelsea Green, starts climbing the ladder, only for B-Fab and Meechin to come in and beat Chelsea Green down. Then we have a little fun back and forth between Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill, who were two of the favorites to win this ladder match, and they started going at it, only for both of them to get knocked out, leaving Chelsea Green, who was still dangling there from the ladder, leaving her by herself, and she managed to get up, climb the ladder, and grab that title, meaning Chelsea Green is your interim WWE Women's Champion. And look, to show you how much of a surprise this was, in my preview video, I picked Chelsea Green to win, but I immediately said that that was probably the wrong decision. So I am extremely happy for Chelsea Green getting that moment, such a deserving person to get this opportunity. And that's what I talked about in my preview video. Whoever was going to win, it should have been someone who could benefit greatly from that, and I think Chelsea Green can benefit greatly from this. I'm extremely excited to see what she can do, and I'm extremely excited to see what a feud could look like between Chelsea Green and Rhea Ripley. Then that takes us to Danhausen, who defeated Dominic Mysterio in a Human Monies on a Pole match. And this match went pretty much as I thought it was going to. We had JD McDonough get in the mix, we had the Mini-Hausens come in, we had Joe Hendry come in. All the different types of goofiness and silliness that I was expecting to see from a Danhausen match was in this match. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm not happy with the decision here. I legitimately think that this could end up hurting Dominic Mysterio in the long run. Considering the big time match that he has coming up very soon in AAA, I'm actually really surprised that they gave Dom the loss to someone like Danhausen. And I was just really hoping that we were going to kind of see Dominic Mysterio start being treated a little bit better here. So I am kind of upset that Dom did lose this match. I do still think that he should have won it, simply because I think he needed a win here. And him losing to Danhausen, I think actually could end up hurting him in the long run. So Obviously, that's still yet to be seen, but I don't know. I'm conflicted on this one. Moving on to Chad Gable becoming your new Intercontinental Champion as he defeated Penta. And right away, I loved the little show of respect between the two, showing some of that story that Chad Gable has been through since he originally became El Grande Americano, all because he wanted to beat Penta. And these two absolutely destroyed this match. It was absolutely phenomenal. Crazy spots, an insane counter from Penta off of Chad Gable from the top rope. We had Chad do a flying headbutt, but he couldn't get the pin because his shoulder was messed up from early on in the match. We had Penta land a nasty looking Mexican destroyer on the ring apron. This match had a lot of good stuff going for it. And then Chad is able to get Penta into the ankle lock, and Penta actually tapped out to the ankle lock. And I love that Chad Gable won using the ankle lock. Because he has such a nasty looking ankle lock, I wish that WWE would let him use that more as a finisher, so hopefully that is a sign of things to come with this. And I love how they went about doing it. It wasn't just Chad getting Penta in the ankle lock, it was Penta who was trying to get to the rope, got to the rope, even touched the rope for a brief second, only for Chad to pull him right back to the middle of the ring. So Chad got the win, and he becomes your new Intercontinental Champion. And we had another beautiful moment between Penta and Chad Gable. Again, bringing this entire Chad Gable story full circle. And another beautiful moment with Chad Gable and his family in the ring celebrating in his backyard of Minnesota. And then that would take us to the main event, where, my goodness gracious, did Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns bring the house down. Roman Reigns ended up finally beating Seth Rollins on his own, mind you, to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. And look, there were some jokes coming into this about just how many Shield references we were going to get, and honestly, I don't think they were that bad. They were spread out a little bit that didn't make it that obvious. But I loved the mind games early from Seth Rollins, and again, this is something that we've seen Seth do against Roman, being able to get inside Roman Reigns' head. I love the stuff that they did when they went out into the crowd, going back and forth, having some nasty looking spots. Loved everything about that. We had both tables being taken out by shield bombs. We had almost everything that you could want from this match. You had both guys pulling off insane countouts. You had both guys just countering everything, all showing just how familiar these two are with each other. And Roman talked about this in the pre-show. He said that Seth was his wrestling soulmate, and this match was a perfect example of that. Because it felt like everything that Roman Reigns did, Seth Rollins had a counter for. Everything that Seth Rollins did, Roman Reigns had a counter for. One of my favorite parts of this match was Roman kind of talking to himself a little bit. Became what made him the tribal chief in the first place, and that was him just talking to his opponents, talking to the camera, talking to the audience, and kind of letting you inside his head a little bit. And we got a little bit of that here. And that's something that I want to see more of from Roman Reigns moving forward. It feels like we haven't seen that in quite some time from Roman, but him just sitting there and almost in disbelief and then almost realizing, like, you could see the gears flip, him saying that he's number one, Seth is number two, like, that's how things are, that's how they've always been. And then from that moment on, it felt like Roman reached a different gear. He hit a different level. We had Roman Reigns do a buckle bomb, then a curb stomp onto Seth Rollins. We had Seth Rollins hitting Roman Reigns with a dirty deeds, paying homage to Dean Ambrose. And then we had the moment that we all knew was going to happen. The moment with the chair. Obviously, this entire rivalry started with Seth Rollins slamming that steel chair into the back of Roman Reigns, breaking up the Shield in the first place. And here we get Seth Rollins with the chair, looking to do the same exact thing with Roman, only Roman caught him. Then it was Roman Reigns' turn with the steel chair, and he stands there, he's got the chair in his hands, You can tell that he wants the revenge for all those years ago, but he throws it aside, saying that they don't need any of that stuff. It's just between them. When I say the storytelling in this match was on a different level, I genuinely mean the storytelling in this match was next level. It was storytelling that we have not seen from WWE in an extremely long time. Now, there was a ref bump, and again, not a big fan of the ref bump, but it did allow for these two to go back and forth and kind of have a little extra moment with them being just one on one, no ref, no nothing. Then Roman Reigns hits Seth Rollins with 3 straight spears, pinning Seth. 1, 2, 3, all game. Again, this match, brilliant. The storytelling, simply incredible. One of my favorite matches, not just of the year, but also legitimately one of my favorite matches of all time. I loved everything about this match because it wasn't just the in ring work, it was the layers of history that we kind of dug through between Seth and Roman. And that's exactly what Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes' match at WrestleMania should have been like. But this match was absolutely phenomenal, and Roman Reigns gets the job done with no help needed again. So, again, my overall thoughts of Night 2. I really, really enjoyed it. Was it maybe as good as Night 1? You can make an argument for it. Again, Night 2 had some massive shoes to fill. I think they filled it pretty good, though. SummerSlam as a whole, looking at both nights, I mean, this is one of the best PLEs that we've gotten from WWE in an extremely long time. And I talked about it in my Night 1 recap. I needed a night like this, and I needed another night like this. The WWE product has not been the best as of late, but these 2 nights has me extremely excited for what's next, actually. And I'm hoping that WWE can use this momentum and get things back on track. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on Night 2 of SummerSlam, and let me know your thoughts on both Nights 1 and 2. Did you enjoy the show? Did you not enjoy the show? Let me know why you did or you didn't. As always, don't forget to leave all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, and while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in the description for a reason. That is because it'll take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel. I do strongly suggest going and checking out our X page besides YouTube. I am most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. If you came across one of my tweets over the weekend and you showed it some love, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I realized that it may not have been being pushed out like it normally was because I still have that stupid lock on it because apparently I was impersonating someone. But anyway, if you did come across one of my tweets over the weekend and you showed it some love or whatever, thank you. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And we are also over on Instagram and TikTok as well. Over there, you can expect clips from these videos, and it's just another place for me to post when I do upload a video on here to YouTube. So if you do enjoy these videos and you're looking for some extra content, again, Linktree link in the description. It'll take you to wherever you want to go. So with all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Again, both are free. Both really help out the channel a lot. And of course, if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here because it genuinely does mean the world to me. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.